Hi, I'm Mike and welcome to this week's gameplay. So this week I'm going to be uploading this Modern Warfare 2 tactical nuke that I have. I've had this gameplay saved for a while. It's definitely not a new gameplay, but I thought I'd upload something different to the Black Ops 2 I've been uploading, as I don't seem to have. I looked at my hard drive, I haven't actually got that much variety in the maps, because it seems to be sort of standoff and what's the other one, hijacked are the maps I seem to get really good gameplays on, and I have quite a few of those, but I don't really have much variety, so I thought just to mix it up, I'd just throw up this nuke and do this quick commentary. Truth be told, I haven't had much time this week to sort of plan anything, and I would have liked to have done this commentary earlier in the week perhaps and had it ready, but unfortunately through work and other things I've been really busy, so this is all a bit last minute for me, but I tend to get this commentary done and upload it straight away. So I do want to say that last Sunday when I did the commentary, I did say that this week I would be talking about like school leavers and what people should perhaps do when they leave school and options and things like that. And the reason I thought that last week was because somebody had asked me a question, and I thought that it would be quite a good thing to talk about because I think I do have quite a good advice and quite good opinions on that sort of thing. But then sort of a couple of days later I did think to myself, hang on, what am I thinking? Why am I even thinking about talking about this on my channel? You know, who wants to hear that over here? You know, I'm not Woody's Game Tag. So I don't even know why I thought that, to be honest, last week. And I've actually changed my mind, so I'm not going to be talking about anything like that. I think instead I'll just sort of talk about the gameplay and probably talk about a bit about Modern Warfare 2. So the first thing I'll say about the game is that this is definitely my favourite Call of Duty by far. It's definitely the one I've got the most playtime in and the one that I have had the most fun with. And I think, you know, a lot of people do say that the first Call of Duty you get into heavily is going to be your favourite one. And I would agree with that. I would say it's probably true. But I think aside from that, I do really think if you really step back and think about this game, it wasn't that bad. In fact, it was a really good game. You know, One Man Army Noob Tubes was the worst thing about it. And people also sort of tend to bitch about Commando, but I don't find Commando too much of an issue. I think the One Man Army Noob Tubes was something that should have been fixed. I know they did attempt to fix it by making it when you use One Man Army. I think the second time you used it in one life, it took longer to switch classes. But I think they should have done something a bit more extreme with it, you know. But other than that, I really enjoyed this game. I mean, people always want to say things, oh, the guns are overpowered and all these, you know, stupid complaints. But at the end of the day, if you've got 4, 5, 6 guns that are supposedly overpowered, then they're not overpowered, are they? There's just better guns in the game than others, you know, and I'm absolutely fine with that. And to be honest, I don't want all guns to be the same. I want them to be overpowered guns because it's actually fun using guns that aren't the best sometimes, you know. So yeah, just while I quickly point out this gameplay, I've picked up my Harrier already, sort of quite quick, and what I tried to do was not call my Harrier straight away, because when I used to try and get a nuke, before I even got one, I was trying for ages, like the longest time, and a friend of mine said to me, you know, Mike, don't worry about it, it's just a 7 kill streak, and that kind of sort of, it was like unlocking a door. Once he said that, I realised that he's absolutely right. You know, you don't have to get more than 7 kills necessarily. 7 kills gets you Harrier. Harrier gets you Chopper Gunner gets you a nuke. And that's what a lot of nuke gameplays are on YouTube. And then once I got one like that, I then, you know, later on started thinking, to be honest, if you can pick up your Harrier, get a couple more kills, then you're pretty much guaranteed to get your nuke in the Chopper Gunner. Because for me, I didn't always get it in the Chopper Gunner. So that's basically what I did. As you'll see, I picked up a couple kills after the Harrier, and then once I put the Harrier down, I think I only got one or 2 kills, and bang, on the AC-130. So I'm running around now at this point in the game and I'm looking for somewhere safe to call in the AC-130. I'm not familiar with it on this map. I don't think I've ever had an AC on this map, so I didn't know where to go, and I'm thinking, oh, I think there's a nice little spot up here in this room. And in the process I pick up that guy and I got to lay down in the corner thinking, oh, this must be a safe spot. But you know what it's like in this game, really good sound whoring, and I hear a guy out here, which ends up being 2 guys, and I spray them both down, and I'm now like, I must be on like a 15 kill streak or something. I know I'm doing really well, and I pretty much know the nuke is coming to me at this point, you know? So if you've watched other gameplays of mine, you'll probably notice that I tend to camp, kill, move, which I do think is a good way of playing if you want to get sort of kill streaks. So obviously once I got the kills up in that room above, there was no way I was staying up there. It was time to move on to a new spot, and I luckily went outside and found this nice little spot outside and put up the AC-130. So I'd just like to quickly mention that I don't play Modern Warfare 2 a lot, but it's a game that I could go back and play any time, any day. I could always go back and play Modern Warfare 2 if I had people to play with, especially, even though I am playing solo in this actual gameplay. And what actually happened was I didn't have Xbox Live on my Mike Busy account for the longest time last summer, like most of last summer. And right at the end, I think it was like literally a couple of days before Black Ops 2, I got Xbox Live, and I thought, oh, you know, I'll jump back on Modern Warfare 2 because I've got pretty much everything unlocked. I've never prestiged, and I've got all the weapons, pretty much all the attachments unlocked. So I jumped back on, and this was one of the first games I actually played, and I was recording. And yeah, so you're probably thinking, hang on, you didn't get the nuke there, Mike. And I was aware of that, and I knew that I must be close, so I'm now going to be really cautious. But luckily, this guy comes around the corner, 25 kill streak tactical nuke. So what I thought I'd do was, I'm pretty happy now, I've got the nuke. I thought, now I need to go on a gun streak, I need to see, or a kill streak. Let's get my highest kill streak, because I think I've only had like a 25 kill streak at best before. So I'm now running a bit reckless, not really worrying, just running straight for the middle. Get hit markers on that guy, and not even an assist, I don't even know what that was about. So I run up there, pick up that guy, I get up the top of these stairs, and somehow I die. I can't believe it. I don't know what happened there at all. So what I probably should have done was go for a double nuke, because there was plenty of time left in the game. We were actually losing, so we had 2 flags, but we were losing. We could probably definitely got another nuke, but the excitement gets to you. Once you've knifed the air, you've made it legit, it's time to call on that nuke. So that is this week's commentary and this week's gameplay. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's a bit rushed, but I really didn't have a lot of time, so hopefully next week I'll have something a bit more better and a bit more thought out. If you've enjoyed watching it, please come back next week for another commentary. So mine has been Mike, and thanks for watching.